charger just so my phone doesn't do a lot of things during the live. Hey everyone, I'm a blesser. Hey guys, what are you guys up to? How are you guys doing? We have quite an interesting and I think exciting live today, but I'm just gonna wait for everybody to join. Literally set an alarm. So wait, you set an alarm to come watch on my live. That's great. I'm very happy that you went through those lengths, to set an alarm so that you could join us this evening. I love that, sweetheart. Hey everyone, Ubusi actually DM'd me. She was like, Mfazi. And I was like busy just setting up the live when she was texting me. So I was like, girl, I'm coming. Wait a minute. One thing about you gotta wait. Hey guys, I'm just gonna wait for a few more people because I don't want to get into it and then say driving, but eventually driving, but I'm just waiting for everybody just to get inside before we can continue. Otherwise, hi sweetheart, hi sweeties. I've also got a cup of water here. Well, a glass of water. Cup. Hey. Mobile ndo ndizawukhumsha. Ndiyazazi xa ndizawukhumsha. Xa ndizawukhumsha kakhulu ndenzazi inerves zam ziye zilala indima yazo xa ndisezawukhumsha. I love this hair. I actually even didn't style it correctly today because I was just so excited to come on the live. Are you going to switch the comments off? No, I'm not going to. Reason being, it's because I wanted to be conversational because I feel like the movie, there's a lot to talk about on the movie, so I wouldn't just talk right through. I want to hear what you guys think. And people were like, everyone was like, when I was saying that guys, I'm going to review Malcolm and Marie, everyone was like, yo, I can't wait to hear what your input is going to be, what your views are going to be. Don't you guys have men to review with? Why necessarily do you want me, don't you have friends? Family, I guess. But I'll come Nizoiva, guys. It's been a while since I joined your lives, but I'm here now. Hey, sweetie. Thanks for joining us tonight. We've got an interesting live. We're actually going to be talking about a movie that played on Netflix called Malcolm and Marie. I think I've said it quite a couple of times. Hey! Man, how was the movie? I felt like the movie was interesting. So what I tried doing, I was avoiding tweets about the movie, because I hate spoilers. I don't want to, before I watch something, I can't believe Marie did this. I can't believe, I don't want that. So I tried my very best to avoid commentary on the movie, and I didn't read any reviews before watching the movie. So I read reviews after watching the movie, and I read them just to kind of this is exactly how I felt. That's why I read the reviews after watching the movie. But I made sure not to chat to anyone about the movie before watching it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. From A to Z, and that's exactly what I didn't want. So I get we don't have men. That's a chance to set. So basically, this movie actually follows is about, well, it's not, I wouldn't say it's about the film director, which is Malcolm in the movie, and neither is it about Marie, which is the the partner to Malcolm. Yeah, Malcolm and Marie. But it's not about them. I think it's about their relationship, and I think it's about relationships, not even their relationship specifically. And I think so. What basically happens, just in brief, what the story, how the story goes. So basically, the movie is not very scenic, so you don't see a lot of outside. It's mainly set up in one house. Well, it is set up in a house, and there's not so much, but there is much cinematography, and there's familiar cinematography. Busy film studies. So I mean cinematography is, you know, some lingo that I'm used to. But anyway, there's a lot that you can look at in the movie, like how I'm not going to talk about things like lighting, like the technical things. Unfortunately, bored. I'm going to lighting. Academics is my thing, you know, it's my line. So andifuna uthetha nge-lighting ne-camera shot ne-angle nentona andifuna nebhida izawuba khona i-problem. I think you guys are more interested in the story. I think they're interested in what exactly happens in the movie. I don't think you guys are much interested in how Marie was shot and how she was not shot, how she was not focused. I think I know we are cinematographer, so I think we're not going to really touch on that, but it is a very I think interesting cinematography. But izawuba khona ingxaki nethi ndiqale ngo-cinematography. Izawuba khona i-problem. Ndiyakubona nje. But anyway, so the movie starts with so I think they're coming back from a movie premiere that was written that was directed by the film director Malcolm ne? So obviously for him it's obviously celebratory moods, like happy vibes, because the movie no premiere and obviously was getting compliments right through at the premiere. So binguye main character, you understand, binguye staring by Malcolm, don't be. Hey, movie uyenzile, like ubhalile sana, especially la part like Malcolm obviously was a star, you understand. So I mean it was understandable for him to get home and have that reaction by I think I went to that about okay sure waseli whiskey, happy vibes. Got home, he's happy, extremely happy, because his movie has done extremely well and everyone loves it. So I noticed that there's an elephant in the room, because the partner, which is Marie, is not really in an impressive mood. So I got that happy, you understand? And lost it by be fine. You got to understand happy, and why ungekho happy? I mean, if in that I am no be we need to run lotto, I'm there. You understand? I go baby, still we need, you understand? But she wasn't that happy. So obviously there's an elephant in the room. But then I sense that Malcolm is aware of the fact that there's an elephant in the room, and he's intentionally trying to like avoid it. So yeah, like this type of thing. Like I'm ba nalelo mos afike ke naye umari wenzela umuntu wakhe mosi batyakele le kind of then macaroni, mac and cheese. Hey, kwalendlela yenze ngayo mali mac and cheese kind it. And did you guys see how she made that mac and cheese? Hey, ingathi wenza noodles wajula isigaqa se cheese, wajula spaghetti, wathatha amanzi zakuba yeyiphi ngokule mac and cheese. And the kind of problem about this specific dibone apho mna ba le movies abana ingxaki dibone ngala mac and cheese, like le mac and cheese ngombi lomhlobo akanqonde komhlobo lo we mac and cheese, but okay, shop akho, no stress. So she's making the mac and cheese, but ingathi wenza noodles bingathi wenza noodles, like it was very quick. Even at 9 it's kind of motherfucker kwa spice. Hey, because they like a man pack like mac and cheese. She was really not impressed, but I guess she had to, because I mean it's the ritual. Like uvelo umsebenzi okanye kuvelwa somewhere. So kwenza we mac and cheese guys into yabo pa endlini, and Malcolm seemed to enjoy the mac and cheese. You understand that, because yilendlela yenziwa ngayo. But anyway, as cook we mac and cheese. So fine, sharp. Like Malcolm is intentionally trying to avoid this elephant in the room. And as indomazana now ufuna uvese kuqabuke. You are trying by all means to control it, because you don't want to seem dramatic. Because in a relationship, I feel us as girls in relationships, sometimes what I do feel like in relationships is that some things, even things that bother us, we don't like talk about them or mention them at times, because we may feel like the men are gonna like paint us to be dramatic, paint us to be overreacting. You know what I mean? So I feel like for a long time, for a couple of minutes, she tried to contain whatever was bothering her, because akafuna ubanga lo muntu kaloku ne-drama, and obviously akafuna ubanga lo muntu who's coming across as, I'm jealous of you, why are you being celebrated, why are you happy? You know what I mean? Ngathi amadoda ayathanda asifuni happiness yawo, although sometimes ngayifuni, but that, like, I felt like she contained it, you know what I mean? And eventually she spoke. Wambuza ba, yesan, kutheni ungandithankanga? Like, why don't you thank me at the premiere? So cabake kwenzeke ezo zinto ba, I just want to thank my mom. Caba uMalcolm waye stage must be star. So wayokwenza umbulelo ke ngokuba, hi inkosini for uza ke premiere, inkosini for ubukela movie. Hey, kuthiwa wathenka Malcolm, wathenka wena mama ke, wena tata ke, wena Taylor ke caba sesistar silapha kule movie, main character, i-stories lapha kule movie sifollowisha yena. Wathenka wena Taylor, wathenka wena, wathenka everyone that was behind the production of the movie. Like, wathenka even insignificant people, like abantu bakudala. You understand? I mean, I'm not thenka abantu base primary ngento yenzeka ngoku. Ndithi you, thanks ndadibana nozibanibani ngonyaka othile, because akho need, yabo, akamthenka umuntu wakhe kodwa lapha, like ulapha. Like, I guys, how would you feel? Like, ulaphi oh yakho hayi yathenka, thank you zibanibani, hayi buhleli angakuthenki you. I feel like you matured. I felt like Marie is very matured, because I don't know and thinking I don't know. In fact, uqala ngam, hayi mna ndifuna ukwenza zazinto kaloku balekile la aesthetic umuntu wakho athi. And lastly, I feel like it's very important la aesthetic umuntu wakho athi. And lastly, I just want to thank, my significant other, my partner, my everything, my reason to live, my here, my there. You understand that, like, it's very important. Like, thank you, and understand that acknowledgement. So, that was so shabby. It was very shabby because, I mean, it makes sense for about yeah, but. And Malcolm hates Marino. Like, one thing that I figured movie about Malcolm, one person that he hates in this world is Marie. And essentially relationships is an insecure. Your woman said me, oh, because no more nangai. No more nangai, I can believe that who seems to have possess more talent, or I don't know, confidence or whatever than Yena. I believe, I disbelief. But anyway, I call up. No one hates you more than your man. My reason to live. Looks like when my man like a. So Marie, she mentions even Malcolm's mother came up to her, like, obviously, like, during the premiere after the speech, and said, I know you're upset about not being there. I'd be very irritated. Even the Taylor Wati, I know you're upset, but you must know that you're talented. Sebe mazela pia about upset, like, about Londo 10. You understand about umbeka like in an uncomfortable position for people to kind of like come to her bazum comfort ngento. You understand that oh yeah, okay. You understand? Like, imagine ngoku umuntu wakhe akakuthenkanga ne-sharp ke-premiere, then sekusiza abantu kuba yo sorry sana, yo ibi off la nto yenziwe ngumuntu wakho, sekubeka kwezo position ngoku nawe funeka ubani sithi hayi connects benobaphoxa ke mna ke ndinguye, because hayibo usilekela Taylor ukesile kukho naba baya kumari bambuza how she feels about not exactly like, and the fault is on that guy, because ngoku ebeyazi ba abantu are going to think that, like, it's not that he did it. I feel like he did not knowing, like, by into le ayenzayo amadoda soloko eyazi bayisenza ntoni kwa umntu. As a general person, they always know the possible result to what they're doing. Mamela, hey, there was a time in the movie, and I felt like like obviously Malcolm, now let's move on to Malcolm. Malcolm is this defensive character. Like he's super defensive. Like defensive, and why you act kanje because of a thank you. Like why unje ingathi andiqala ngokwenza uninoni, like I do this for you, I do that for you, I've done this for you in the past, I did this, I salvaged your life, your future. Like why would you now go mad? Like why would you ignore everything that I've done for you in the past, all because of a thank you? Because he doesn't understand the depth of the thank you. You understand? First of all, fumaniseke ke ngokuba le movie le ibhalwa ngulo Malcolm kwabangayibukelanga ke le movie, this movie that's been directed by is actually a story about Marie's life. So the movie tells a story about Marie's life. So it so happens that Umarike had, a difficult upbringing. She was a drug addict that, came clean and tried to, bring back herself into life. You understand? Who's vuselela, because she was this drug addict. Like so many things happened to her. She was being, she was sleeping everywhere. She had a very, very difficult upbringing. So it's so it happened that what a narcissistic, and he pushes, dude. What a narcissist, or a narcissistic guy. But anyway, so like the movie is apparently like telling the story of Lumdan Umari and Umari uthi ke ngoku, which is a valid point for a movie ebalisa ngam nge-experience yam. Thank you, Ndoni. You understand? He gaslighted her, but doesn't he mention that it's not about her alone? No, she mama tears up. So like we are for the movie like he ebalisangam and tells a story about my life, even the finer details to my life. Like you didn't even say like a thank you, and you made someone act out that whole thing, making it your story, making it something that you thought of, like something Malcolm like for people, the people that obviously received the movie, that watched the movie, to receive him as like a film director that's in touch with women's troubles and women's struggles and how women grow up. So right, you are a brave man to be interested very much in a woman's life, and how a woman, this character, has salvaged her life and brought herself back to being one umtu after she had been a drug addict. So you understand? There's no way that it's not about her alone. She just wants to be thanked. Exactly, like he even says she's still dead. Oh, that relationship is toxic, man. How do people shout at each other? Guys, just put the shouting aside. How do people say fuck in conversation to each other? I don't like condone relationships where siya tukana. Like why say fuck you, fuck, like bawuya thetha Malcolm, this fucking bawuya thetha Mary fucking maybe khona nepart ngqoma you abethu nani oko sifakizisa. Like I mean, andiva nobani thina yena yiva ngofaka ingathi kwenza ucansi, ingathi sex. If indoda shouts at me, andifuni kwa ushawutwe ekhaya, imagine ushawutwa indoda. Kaloku bona baphilisa fuck you. Mamela. So hey, ingathi kwenziwe sex. But anyway, so he like, guys, I don't know if you guys felt like this, like mid the movie, for the people that were watching the movie. Like there was a point where obviously Umari was going on about the fact that she wasn't thanked and all of these feelings that she felt. There was a moment where like Malcolm was invalidating Marie's feelings, but Malcolm was about right. That was gonna be the twist in the movie. Do you guys remember that part? I don't know, like if you guys, Malcolm, I guess he came at Umari, and he was mentioning like things that sounded valid, because I wouldn't necessarily say they were valid, like that they sounded valid. Lando na open was thinking about why Umari, you understand, why is she this person? It seems like she hasn't healed from whatever happened in her past. Like there was a part where I felt like, hey, Ngati Umade is about to win, and this is probably going to be the turn or the twist in the movie, but Marie came at Malcolm again. So I get this part is there was a part where Malcolm was saying to Marie, I don't think you've healed from your past, and I think and I think because you haven't healed for manipulative and it's manipulation. Like, it's so weird how manipulation works, hey? Like, it's so weird. They didn't have sex, or did they? They didn't. That was one part I was waiting for. They didn't. That bathtub scene way to we money. But Panse have we still my love Malcolm. Guys, yes, I felt that way too. Malcolm thought saying I love you was enough after saying the most foul things. Imagine a relationship where you don't celebrate your sex. I took it from the bathroom to outside. It was that thing in that bathtub scene. So Malcolm is good at articulating his side, and I feel like they've known each other for long, because obviously Malcolm has known, like, he was going on about the fact that he's known Marie since her 20s, like when she was still vulnerable, and he was there, like, and he's there for Wena. Hey, Malcolm manipulative guys. Hey, he came at Marie when you haven't healed from your past, and it's as though you like your life was delayed because of, obviously, you were a drug addict, so you weren't able to achieve the things that you wanted to achieve. Like, it sounded like it made sense. Like, she's feeling bad for herself, and she's projecting whatever feelings she has onto Malcolm. And Malcolm is wrong, yeah, and like entirely, but like a part of Marie's also, like, projecting. Like, that's how I felt. Like, and is it honest feelings? Like, don't come at me. It's just honest feelings. I think it's just interesting how a movie can take you from feeling to feeling. When you feel shyly, when you feel shyly, when you feel shyly, when you feel shyly, inabo manu bonje, like hinge, and I don't know, lack of a better word, but I felt like there was a time where, like, Malcolm came and he sounded valiant, and I think that highlighted manipulation, really. Like, he's so manipulative. Like, manipulative. I chonga wali like Maria yelo drama. Why yelo drama ke. The drama was a relationship. And we beki bathtub amanzi ahleli clean ndawo inwele ezithe. I chonga wasichisikalo. Yazi zasini zitense ke. Mamela yalili ke awu. Drama kuta nifunda ngaliliyo kaloku ifight mina why ngalili. Cry. Yonke screamer. The Yekile in the middle, that movie emotionally drained me. That's good. I said I was very sad now. I'm like, at most parts of the movie, gula break you like a twig. You can't imagine the reason I'm with you is because I love you. Like Malcolm Glamtuba uzokolelo Mary azange wathando when you don't know what love is like, and you are mad at the fact that I love you because you're not used to this feeling. Like how we and yoba uyathandwa and we appreciatwa. So that's why you're acting like this. Like, you're acting like this because I will hey hey ungafa mini with a boyfriend like Malcolm Betuna. Guys, Mamela, he went on and on and on. And then, like a story continues. Like, this is like halfway a movie, like in the movie. So the story continues, like Malcolm, and guys, it was constant fights. And I think another scene that really, really, like, showed me how Malcolm is as a guy. He's a misogynistic character. The fact that he's like misogynist, like, showed when he got criticism from a woman who's a journalist who wrote an article for LA Times. So obviously she came, and I think that was, like, obviously, like, I couldn't really hear, I'm gonna be honest, what the entire article read, but the article was coming at Malcolm about the movie, in like the movie, like Yonkeba, you basically it was political. I would say also this, okay, now I'm going to come to the comments now. So it was a very political, I think, article, and politically motivated article that, and Malcolm couldn't take that. He couldn't take that his movie has received such criticism, because at the premiere everyone loved it. Everyone loved it at the premiere. They saw him as a star, and now the article where now they're giving him criticism, and that relate her back to the fact that Marie criticized his character at like when the movie was starting, and he was defensive. They never at like in the middle of the fight or whatever, or after the fight ended, like said I'm sorry to each other, like genuinely, like they get over the fight, they get in life, and then they get into another fight. There was never that point. So they ended up, they fought. Bazibona sebe right. They knew they went back because there's unresolved feelings, there's unresolved emotions between them. Anyway, where he receives criticism, and when receive criticism, Malcolm the LA Times hired like a bad writer, like a bad journalist, someone who can't review, someone who doesn't know what their work is about, like criticism. And during that whole thingy where he was expressing how angry it is, how enraged he is, do you know, like Marie was sitting smiling, and then one thing about one thing I like about her, like whether it comes out very sour, sharp, or morning easy, still Marie criticism, like you're a filmmaker, like you're gonna receive criticism. People are not everyone's going to like your movie. Not everyone's gonna find it as excellent as you think it is. You know what I mean? You're going to receive it. So as a filmmaker, you must, and as a person in general, like I come to the awuyomali man, awuyomali. Bakhona ka baqhela ukriticize imali njengo Zahara. Ithi mama makaZahara criticize imali. I criticize with imali. But anyway, Malcolm, you're not money. Not everyone's going to love you and desire you and want you. People are going to criticize you in life, and you must be welcome. You must welcome criticism. You must be able to take criticism in order to get better. Like, you know what I mean? Like, just when you think everything is over, I think it's kind of mad. I let the nam. Ke wa ditika yo mari kla moving koma cho kame. Ay kame. Ayibo ho ya tika na zinto masana. I fell asleep before it ended and asked my man what happened. He said Marie fooled herself. I cried, Kanti. He was joking. It's not like the first time I have dated someone like you. You're aware too. Hey, I la part be mention the ex zakhe athi ex yami ayinguzibane senza le ngaqoba nabetha phambili mina ngamphoxa. You asoze kaloku. Also, let's talk about how Malcolm loves broken. Nanso any problem yam. Why are you always attracting broken women? Because he went on, he's boasting about the fact that it's not the first time he's ever met a broken. In fact, he's always met broken women. Why? I feel like, do you know why he does that? I feel like he sees broken women and so that azobayuza, like so that azothatha izidodana zabo abe savior ebomini babo, so that one day he can use them and then tell them that I saved you. Why? Because I'm like, what other reason would you willingly go to a broken woman and say I'm taking you, and then save, and then open like church, and then you take another one, and then why would you do that? I feel like ubathatha ngebom abe lo hero ke abe lo guy mamela nza kutshintsha ubomi bakho benza obunobu, and then goes back to them again, and then thinking, and then uses them. Exactly, he's a narcissist because he only dated these women not only to help but gain. As he dated them, I think, not merely like and mostly to gain. Like in like what else? Because without these women, his movie wouldn't exist. Absolutely. West La Review was balanced. Inazone compliments. Exactly. La Review was a good review. It was like trying to like productive. Is it productive? Yeah, you're talking productive criticism. I think so. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I kept on waiting for the sex. I waited for it to happen. Hey, baphuzane. Qamba ihithe dayibokse khala umtholo. Qamba yonke. Hayi nawe Malcolm. Yabanda ke ngoku apha. As he's spitting facts, I hated him. No, he was bad. Constructive criticism. That's what I meant, not productive. Sorry guys. my English just took a spin there. But anyway, like continuing, I feel like for me, like the movie, in all honesty, like doesn't end ngalendlela ngifuna ending ngayo man. You understand that? Benifuna uMaria akamsebenze uMalcolm. There's no drama, baphume naklandlu. I feel like man, like ending is not the one that I wanted. Ayiyo tu, like benifuna ke like mhlambi ke ngoku, I thought, do you know when you're watching a movie and you're trying to imagine what's going to happen next? Benca mhlambi umare uzawuvuka ngelinye ilanga abalali mase okay be-night eyi-1 mhlawumbe uzawuvuka ngelinye ixesha manditsho uzawuvuka ngelo xesha lithile expose, you know, and like she comes out the winner, you know what I mean, like you win ugly situation, because for me it doesn't really like end the way that I wanted it to end. Like it ends in a way where Malcolm like seems like he's acknowledging what he's done to her, and then ingati he's forming a wrong, and then like he thank you for yonke lanto ndenzele yona and I'm sorry. That's how the movie ends. Like I felt like expose, like do the best that you can, you know, write your own movie. Do you know what I mean? Write you. I thought that I thought there was gonna be a time when Mhlambi, because thingy, Marie's also an actress. You know what I mean? She was an actress. And yes, guys, oh my god, that part hurt. Like that part hurt me. Apparently the movie itself was their idea, like the movie, but Malcolm didn't cast her. And why Kazumari, what is the reason why you didn't cast me? It's because you know that the flowers weren't going to be given to you alone. Like obviously it's my story and I'm acting my story. Attention, like a part of the attention is our nikwamna. You understand? And that's what you don't want, because you want it all to yourself. Like you greedy. Like he's a greedy man. Like you greedy. You want yonke la victory to be yours. Like you don't want to share it. Even though you wrote about me, even though you used the most sensitive parts of my life, like the most spiritual parts of my life, you use them in your movie. Like you use them in your art. And then like do you know what I mean? It's like when people say, yes, a long time ago, I didn't understand when people used to criticize photographers who just took pictures of beggars, like, on the road. Like, drama, because, like, why would you take, like, why would you take a picture of a beggar? And then, but Abanda, no. Stop, like, showcase at him. Don't exploit people, because you're taking someone's struggle and you're romanticizing it. Like, we am fought as if ingati, like it means anything for as a beggar. Do you know what I mean? Like I didn't understand it growing up. Like I literally thought people were being dramatic, people were over exaggerating, but it actually made sense. Like when photographers literally took pictures of abantu whom, because the photographers, like most of the time when they take pictures of people, it's either, you know, a collaboration, a trade exchange deal collaboration, or there's some sort of remuneration that's going to happen. But obviously when you take a picture of a beggar and we edit it, we enter this very provocative and exotic picture, like it's gonna gain, like you as the photographer are gonna get all the credits. Meanwhile the beggar is still there, like alongside the road, still hungry, gained nothing from the fact that you took a picture of him. Also art exhibition, art exhibition, you beggar on the side of the road, like you're romanticizing his struggle and you're gaining from it. You know what I mean? I didn't understand it growing up, but la movie that Malcolm is doing exactly that. He's doing exactly that. And he's exploiting Marie, romanticizing people's struggles. Exactly. Like I felt like, sorry guys, I'm just dragging my water because it's a bit far. Like I felt like he was like being whack. And he's exploiter. I am exploiter, absolutely. I am exploiter shame. But she's rightfully resentful because they work together on the movie and she's an actress. Exactly. Although I understood, like, Malcolm when he said, not that understood, but like I heard it, like, It was a point, the fact that Klambi, she wasn't ready. Do you know what I mean? And I felt like Klambi should be too emotional for other scenes. I mean, retelling your story wouldn't for me, like Klambi, retelling some parts of mine. Like even in the manipulative, guys, one thing about in the manipulative is how it ends sense. Like it will not necessarily make sense, but like uza sounding out when the sense. Like was I act when a movie that showcases in izinto ezinjengobomi bakho. Obviously you'd be uncomfortable ezinye izinto unentloni ngazo. Like I mean the fact that you're a drug addict, I'm sure it's not something that you'd want to relive, but obviously in the movie you've got to like so he acted as if ingathi ngoku ebemsava, like bendukusava ngongakasti apha because buzaba ngulowo kaloku apha emuvini ugowayo, because kaloku life wasn't all roses and sweet stuff. Yeah, you were struggling. So I mean it was much better told off by somebody else who's never really lived this but has to use their art to kind of translate your story, which is a bit tense, hectic, I guess. It was Zuki. It's white people who go to Robben Island for tours and entertainment, but black people were jailed and treated unfairly during apartheid. Exactly. Absolutely. And that's what the journalist who wrote that article said. Do you know what? I think that article that was written by the journalist, the political article that Malcolm was enraged about, highlighted as Fananezo, like the romanticizing of women's struggles, the taking of black women's struggles and making them art. Like, you know what I mean? I think that was the most pressing part of the movie. I think for like, besides anything, just to kind of like wrap up the live, I think what the movie taught me, or what I learned about, like, it was a very educational movie and it was very intense. Like, it'd be intense. A movie that you could recommend, it's a movie that you recommend, you highly recommend. But I think you've got to watch this movie. Like, I think it's interesting. It's not anything that you're used to. Like, it's not anything that I think you may like, but I think you're eventually going to learn one thing or two things in the movie. And it just forces, it's very educational, and for abanye bantu they said it was triggering because like it really mhlambi now ignited mhlambi some of their past experiences with their partners, because I bet you not, like, most of us women, we have gone through hell with manipulative men. So for us as women, like, it was very like, bone ila movie Joe, like ila movie yazi girls talk says nanti enjoy it, girls nights. This is his movies is thetha ngaso, like, let me go home and sikhona ugusha through yona xa sihleli sibalisa sincokola ba echomi wethu siya echomi wethu anda kwathi chomi mazibulala ngomntana but ndaqoma yazi into I'm gonna stay because he like he says izinto bezibaliswa kula movies, yeah, like he says izinto zinje, but like in a very like interesting way and in a very, I think, direct way. Like nothing was sugar coated, like stuff wasn't sugar coated. So yeah, what's the name of the movie? I just joined. The movie is actually there. It's called Malcolm and Marie. It's on Netflix, currently on Netflix, like the most trending movie on Netflix. Everyone is watching it, everyone's talking about it. It's a great movie. And what the advice that I would give you about the movie is, don't stop whilst watching it. Like, watch it till the end. Like, don't stop, like, watch it till the end. The movie is called Malcolm and Marie. I agree that movie is educational more than anything, yes, and very triggering because of past experience. It is. Thanks, guys. Yeah, it is Malcolm and Marie. Thank you guys for answering in the comment section. This is exactly why I wanted to have a comment section and not like mute comments, because I knew you guys would come with interesting points that we would touch on. And I feel like it's fun, man, to talk about movies, because sometimes like I feel like it's fun. It's fun. And I really do enjoy like talking about this because and like I feel like it's refreshing. It's refreshing because a movie will ignite the deepest of feelings. It will trigger the deepest of feelings, and we want to like, talk to someone about it. I'm like, my nigga, how did you find this? How did you find this part of the movie? And I feel like it's very fun. No, Zuki, don't go now. This is interesting. It is. I found it very, very interesting. Like, I would love to... And before I watched the movie, I've never done such a review of an educational movie. I'm always like, watching movies that are... Oh, by the way, let me tell you guys something interesting about me and about this whole thing. So I'm not a movie person. Well, I was not. Let me not say I'm not a movie. I was not a movie person at first, and then I made it a point this year to be a movie person. And even good notes is I've got a bucket list of things that I've seen on Netflix. Obviously, like the trendy stuff. I've seen this other interesting movie also on Netflix called The Unorthodox. I don't know if you guys have seen the movie, but I think it's very, very nice. I also enjoyed the movie that was Lupin. I enjoyed Lupin. I obviously enjoyed Kings of Joburg. I love getting South African stuff. So there's a lot of stuff on Netflix that is really fun. We also watched this movie actually on Netflix. It's called The Loft. Like, I feel like there's just so much that you guys can watch on Netflix. If you feel like you're not a movie literally, like, Netflix is the guy. It's the guy. Now, I was not a movie person, but I literally have a bucket list already, and it's very impressive for someone who did not enjoy movies before. So yeah, Malcolm and Marie, I've also ticked it off on my bucket list. And there's also something very, very, like a very nice feature on Netflix, like a list where you can list like stuff that you are like watching, whatever. So currently, obviously, I've now finished Malcolm and Marie. I've also seen Bridgerton, and World of Married. I've not finished that one yet. But I am watching also Diamond City because it's a South African thing and I love South African things. Yeah. Uzubuze ku Netflix season 2 plan and what to are you gonna save this life, Zuki? Yes. I want people to hear my reviews. Hit me up for Netflix suggestions. Okay, cool, guys. Yeah, let's Netflix suggestions. Love everything part of this live. Love every part of this live stream. Thank you so much. I only watched a few minutes and switched it off. Seemed boring. Maybe I'll give it another shot and watch it till the end. Please watch it till the end. You need any movie that I needed patience with was Lupin. Like, Lupin ingathi zanibhora lento yabantu abathethelwayo mna because kuthiwa into kanelent yilibele wethu abantu bathethelwayo ndaqoma ingathi zanibhora, but I was very patient and I watched it till the end and it was amazing. Like, it was amazing. Just like Malcolm and Marie, I watched it till the end. Totally great. Carry on, like, be patient with the movie, watch it till the end, and then come back to me and give me, and also listen. Like, you have to really listen to Malcolm and Marie because more than anything, it's about listening. Like, movie, like, there's a lot of dialogue, like a lot of there's going to be familiar with English words, like, deeper diction, but there's a lot of like exchange, a lot of conversation, more than, it's not like a movie where it's as I said, it's not scenic, you know what I mean, it's not scenic, so there's not so much that you can see. It's literally filmed in one house, so there's a lot you have to listen to, a lot you have to see, like reactions. You have to concentrate in order to enjoy the movie. I felt like many characters were written into the two roles, and condensing the many dimensions of a toxic relationship into a 6 hours, into a plus minus 6 hours was a bit strange. Yeah, see, like when I think it only meant 6 minutes, but I felt that as well. I felt like every aspect of toxic relationships, like he expressed, man, like it was a very, very toxic like relationship, even from Marie's side, like the fact that she didn't eventually leave, like she didn't leave. Like, because that relationship was too toxic. Like, at some point you have to go. Like, the movie can't end without you going. Like, she didn't leave. Like, she's stuck there. Like, all she wanted was validation. Like, love validation. But thank you, Marie. And I'm sorry for all that I've inflicted on you. You know what I mean? Like, I hope part where she actually vies, because that relationship is toxic. At some point in a toxic relationship, you gotta go. You know what I mean? A drain be kind of understanding why. Nam. How do you feel about Asian movies having to concentrate to read subtitles? That's why I think thingy Lupin is like a French movie, and so you had to like the abantu bebethethelwa, like pandilibele, what it's called. This isn't, I guess, technical terms, but abantu bebethethelwa, it wasn't them speaking, so it was a little bit frustrating because their lips are not saying what they're saying. So manele, because it's not like this out here and this is I love you, this out here then said I love you. You know what I mean? Kind I'm gonna kill you. Do you know what I mean? So I'm thinking I'm quite about the area. It's not like that. I love you. I love you. So yeah, frustrated. But I mean, I guess it's worth watching. Those movies are always interesting, I guess. Exactly. I was waiting for her to leave, even if I may get there's a weird the next day after Malcolm had begged her. Exactly. Have you watched To All the Boys, Always and Forever? No, not yet. I'm probably gonna see it. It's not lip sync. It's called something else. I wanted her to leave him to realize how much she actually needed her. Because I said, I don't need you. He still learned it. Yeah, it's that thing of being so resentful towards your partner, thinking you'll finally get what you want from them. That's where all that content comes from. Exactly. Like, I felt like that was how Marie felt towards Malcolm. They were really toxic for each other, man. I think one couldn't leave because they both felt entitlement for each other. Then they both toxic, and then they need help and serious help because before they damage each other. Dubbed, yes, dubbed. That's the word. A dubbed movie. So true, it's doing more damage to Marie. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the live. It was great talking to you guys. I hope we do this again very soon, and I hope you guys actually like these. Like, I hope you guys like me as Tandes in Doe by, you know, singola game movie. Because you know, matter. Because no, you are Tina. We need to grow up. We need to grow up. I mean, it's fine, it's good to talk about men from time to time, but I think there's moments whereby we relax, you know, we talk about other stuff. I mean, I think most of the movie was actually about a man, so at some point we did speak about men, but I think it's also very fun to just engage on other things that are interesting in life, like Netflix and, you know, Netflix series. So thank you so much to everyone that has joined my live this evening and actually interacted. I hope that you guys will share this review and you guys will tell your other friends that have seen the movie to come and watch the review. Unfortunately, it will be safe, so it won't be live. So whatever they hear, they will, you know, talk to each other. Yeah, the comment section will always be open. So if you guys are, you know, if you like, you want more, like you have more to say rather about the movie, you can always like comment on the comment section and I will probably respond and we'll have a chat. But thank you very much for joining the live. We should do this once a week. You know, like element. Otherwise, I gotta go now. I'm pretty tired and I really did enjoy the movie. Thank you so much. I love you all.